So we're going to go ahead and push that out. I wish I could see what I need to see here on Periscope, but it's not working for me right now. So yay. It's going good on Facebook right now. Let me try to share this to my page. 1 second, and we will begin. Yeah, it's kind of late tonight for us to be scoping and streaming, but this is the time allotted, so we're going to go ahead with it. So, hello to everybody. I see I got my share on there, and I'm going to look at my screen right here because everything's beautiful there. So, we got Periscope over here. We got Facebook over here. As you come on, say hello. Share the broadcast for all our mature ladies. This is for you all, if you all still up. And this could be information for men as well, even though they probably don't pay attention to this area of their face as it relates to dryness in your eyes, dehydration in your eyes. So just want to introduce myself over here on Facebook, over here on Periscope. My name is Diana. I am the CEO and founder of Shea, where we assist you with your dry skin issues. We've been doing that for 8 years now, going on 9, and built up quite a reputation as far as helping people with, how to take care of this, on the outside, and do give some type of information and education on what to do on the inside. We are a Bath and Body Works company. So what we do is we create handmade body butters. Hello everybody, D on Periscope. Handmade body butters, handmade soaps, and sugar scrubs. And we're going to be going into creating sample boxes, monthly sample boxes as well. And we're going to want some participation from you guys as far as those boxes are concerned. So we'll be talking about that in future scopes and streams. But this is going to be a 2-part information stream. Today we're going to just talk about, what actually causes the dryness and the dehydration in our eyes. That area, and we're talking about right here, the skin around our eyes is what we're talking about. That area is extremely thin, and we don't really think about it until you have an issue like a cut, or you start to get wrinkles and things like that. And it doesn't retain moisture very well. And although some people would say, well, I have puffy eyes in the morning, I have, all this kind of stuff with allergies and things like that, the allergies have nothing to do with the retention of moisture. That has to do with the retention of, mucus and other nasty stuff that we don't want to talk about today. So it doesn't retain water very well. Just as though other areas of our body doesn't retain water. So it's a very thin area, very sensitive. So it tends to not have oils to keep it moisturized. If you do any of the following, I'm not a big makeup wearer. I know when I turned like 21 or 20, that's when I decided I wanted to wear makeup, and I didn't wear it because it took too much of a process. I've been natural. It's either lipstick, lip gloss, maybe once in a while eyeshadow. But if you're a person that you wear primer, you wear foundation, you wear eyeshadow every day, once you start to take that stuff off and you decide to go on natural, and you don't put any of that on, you're going to start to notice dryness in that area, in that skin. And as we age, ladies, we lose collagen in that area. It happens to the men too, but like I said, they don't concern themselves too much with it. But we lose collagen in that area. We lose moisture in that area. We already don't have moisture as we age in that area. And as well as tightness in that area, that goes down. Well, look at my hair. It looks horrible. But anyway, we'll move on from there. So, sitting in front of a computer all day lends to dry eyes. Dry eyes as well as dry skin, because now, you're straining the eyes, excessive rubbing and touching of the area coming into dry skin, because now you have things that's on the pads of your hands. And unless you're washing your hands every minute, that irritant, whatever is on your fingers or your hands or whatever you're rubbing it with, piece of paper, it can scar the tissue around your eyes. So you have that. And last but not least, our favorite, stress can cause dryness of the eyes. Stress can cause a lot of things to happen. You can have heart attacks. You can have you can have pain in your knees. It just helps to bring on the downward spiral of bringing down your health. So, and that can lend to that. Stress meaning strain from looking at TV long hours. If you have people that grown people that watch video games and they should, strain in that area, being in front of the computer, repetition with your eyes, but just it focused in one place, but not doing any type of exercises for your eyes. Again, strain. So, two of the ways that you can combat the dryness in your eyes. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because our focus is on skin, because it's breathable, it's the largest organ, and there are things that we can do to prevent things that we have happening to us in our skin. For the dry eyes, or the dry skin, you want to avoid any eye makeup removers that have alcohol in it, because alcohol by far is drying on your skin. Whether it's just pure alcohol, period, a certain percentage of amount of alcohol in any type of moisturizers, anything like that, it's going to dry your skin, although it'll say it won't. If you have any type of, and the way you're going to know that is by looking at your ingredients. And if you're not reading the ingredients, you really should. And if you can't pronounce anything in your ingredients, then you're in trouble. So you need to be doing that. But if you're using a makeup remover for your eyes, any dark circle recommendations, I do have dark circle recommendations, and that's going to be in the next broadcast, because I know a young lady had asked us about that. And I did a video, I want to say a month ago, and I did provide some natural dark circle recommendations, but I'll give that probably in the next broadcast, because this is going to be part 2. This is going to be real short, because again, it is late. But avoid any type of alcohol-based type of products. You're welcome. And that is, I can't see it sideways. I'll catch it on a replay and see who that is. But thank you for coming on Periscope, and thank you for the hearts as well. Don't see any activity on Facebook, but I know we have replay viewers, so we'll see what happens tomorrow or later on. But yes, definitely avoid any alcohol-based products, period, at all costs, as it relates to your skin, because it's drying. So you want to get rid of that. Anything with heavy perfumes, and that everything that on the market that has to do with your eyes, serums and all this type of stuff. I don't know what goes in them. You should know before you buy them, obviously. But if they have any type of heavy fragrances, it's synthetic. Now, the products that we make, other than the things that are made with essential oils, if they have some type of oil that's not an essential oil, it is a synthetic oil. However, I don't recommend putting things on your face that have synthetic oils unless you've tested it somewhere and you agree with it. Anything that I put on my body that has synthetic oils, I've used it because I'm sensitive to just about everything. I can't use Bath and Body Works. I can't use Dove. I can't use any commercial products on the market right now. So anything that I have used that's scented, that I make, because everything I offer, I make for myself, and then offer it out. Then if it doesn't give me an allergic reaction, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to give another person an allergic reaction, unless you just can't use anything with scents in it. But anything that has a heavy fragrance is synthetic, and that means it's man-made. It didn't come from the earth. It didn't come from a herb or a bark or something like that. So you don't want to use that in that area, much less on the rest of your skin. Excessive rubbing, like I said before, you want to avoid doing that, because it wears out the area. Now, I don't know if you notice when you go to the makeup counters, or I had got my face done last year, for some photo shoots that I did, and they had told me when you apply the moisturizer to the eye area, you're supposed to use your non-dominant hand because you won't excessively rub that area, and you don't want to rub in like you rubbing off ink off your face. You just dab in that area. So you have to be sensitive to this area because, again, it's just flesh and then bone. There's no muscle here. You know what I'm saying? So it's really sensitive to cuts, bruises, and loss of oils. The last tip that I have, and I stressed this before, with when you're in the shower, period. But if you're, an all-purpose person, when you multitasking, you're in the shower, you wash your face in the shower, as well as, everything else that you do. You don't want to use hot water. I know that sounds bad because it's like, oh, you woke up and you want to, that help you to wake up, or you just came from working out and you want to use a hot shower to relax you. But hot water strips your body of oils, whether that's on the skin, on your arm, body, legs, whatever, especially the eyes. Now, I wash my face in the shower, so I have to either turn down the water so that it's lukewarm or cool, so that I don't burn myself. That, and then again, the fact that you're losing oils and stripping oils from your body doesn't help. You're already losing them as you age, and I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Those of you who are in your 20s, you have nothing to worry about now, but you have to consider that as you go down the line. So you want to help prevent that from happening as you get older. And those of us are in our golden years now, in our 40s, we can still prevent that. But you want to do those things to prevent it, slow it down. So that's the 4 tips right now. Tomorrow we're going to go over 2 more tips and then talk about some ways to help with that. No alcohol, no fragrances. That's right. Use your dominant hand. When you're pouring on moisturizer, use your less dominant hand. Don't use this hand because you're going to tend to want to do this. You want to rub it in like I need to rub it in because I need to get it in there, and that's not what you want to do. You want to do this because you don't want to do harm to that area. Thank you so much on Periscope. I cannot see what's going on Facebook to know what's going on over there, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. So that's it. We talking about no harsh alcohols, no heavy fragrances, no excessive rubbing, and use your less dominant hand. And the super tip is no hot water. No hot water, because for me, I'm so sensitive now, I don't even use my own soap on my face because it's gone from oily to dry, and it would cause too much oils to my face. But it's water and then the moisturizer. The water loosens up the oils. I can't use hot water because then if you don't dry your skin, you will feel, you're welcome, you will feel your face start to dry up as it starts to air dry. So that's how you know you're losing the oils from your skin. If you try it for a week, use the lukewarm water, and then now when you do steaming, I know people say, well, how does steaming work? Steaming helps to open up your pores and then move things out of your face. But you're not stripping yourself of the oils because then you flash it with cold water to then close back up the pores. So there's a little tip. You shouldn't get that. Should get that tomorrow, or later tomorrow. So those are the tips for tonight. If you want to know more about our products, you want to go to our website, which is bit.ly/SheaBath. And like I said before, for those of you coming on a replay, my name is Diana Cyril. I'm CEO and founder of Shea Bath, where we make handmade soaps, natural shea butter, whipped shea butter, and our sugar scrubs. If you have a skin allergy, do not assume that what is natural works for you. Definitely seek the help of your doctor and then get consultation with them. We do not mitigate any illnesses, but I do have people that, myself included, that use the products, and it has helped them alleviate themselves with, certain eczemas, psoriasis, dermatitis, and just some other skin ailments. But again, seek help from your doctor first. before thinking about using any products, period, whether it's mine or somebody else's. So with that, I'm going to bid all of you adieu. Good night or good morning, because it is morning. Hey, Colin, thank you for coming on. And be sure to share if you're watching this on a replay. You can still give hearts and thumbs up. This information is for everyone, whether it's males, even though, again, I know you all don't concern yourself with that kind of stuff, but if you have a friend that, they always complain about that area, oh, my crow's feet and things like that, there's ways to take care of that. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow in our next broadcast.